my beautiful and handsome grade 11 senior high school students. How are you doing today?
I like it. I love it. I want some more of it.
Wow, I love it too that you are all doing great. Today is October 5, 2020, and it's exactly 5:30 in the evening, and we are on air at 103.9 DYDL. Join me this evening as we will be together in listening and in learning with oral communication. This is Teacher Michelle from Francisco L. Adlon High School, ang inyong maestra sa kahanginan.
Dile, 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 yo alergial. Mile, 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 pe mai.
All right. Before anything else, my dear students, I want you to be in a place where you are most comfortable. Again, find a place where you are comfortable while listening to the radio. At this point, I want you to look around. Again, try to look around what surrounds you. What do you see? You are seeing your calendars hanging on your walls. Nice one. How about your picture frames mounted on your walls? Have you seen it? Mm-hmm. What else? Now, let me guess. Some members of your family are watching television right now, right? Oh, really? You are with your radio because you are listening to me. Good observer. Okay, now I want you to get your learning activity sheets in oral communication, your pen, and your notebook. Make sure you are in your most comfortable place and pay attention. Again, when you hear that sound, meaning to say you have to pay attention. All right? Come on, get now your learning activity sheets.
Dile, 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 yo alergial. Mile, 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 pe mai.
All right. Based from the objects and scenarios you saw in your surroundings, when you look around, how do you relate them to communication? Again, based from the objects and scenarios you saw in your surroundings when you look around, how do you relate them to communication? What can you say about communication? Oops, wait. I am now reading your minds that you have plenty of ideas, am I right? Wow. Today, we'll get to define and to identify the nature, elements, and process of communication. So, shall we get started? Give me a clap. Perfect, perfect. So, to start with, we have the nature of communication. Communication is a process of sharing and conveying messages or information from one person to another within and across channels, context, media, and culture. Again, communication is a process of sharing and conveying messages or information from one person to another within and across channels, contexts, media, and culture. Also, communication occurs between two or more people, and it can be expressed through words or verbal, or through actions, non-verbal, or both at the same time. Okay? Give me a cheer, people, saying that you are with me. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Question: how does the process of communication happen? This time, let us try to identify the elements involved in communication process and on how does it happen. Come on, send me a flying kiss to proceed. Thank you. All right, let's proceed. Elements of communication. First element, we have the sender or the speaker, the source of information or message, the one who sends the message. Again, speaker or sender is the source of the message. Example, Maria loves Jose, her suitor, only as a friend. We have here Maria as the speaker or the sender. All right? Next element is we have the encoding, the process of converting the message into words or actions or other forms that the speaker understands. Meaning to say, the speaker converts the ideas into words or actions. Example, Maria thinks of how to tell Jose her feelings toward him using their native language. So, the process of thinking on how she is going to say it is already an encoding process. All right? Then we have the next element, the message. These are the information, the ideas or thoughts conveyed by the speaker in words or in action. Therefore, message can be in a form of words or verbal, or in actions, non-verbal. Example, Maria tells Jose, Jose, mahal kita bilang kaibigan lamang. Jose, mahal kita bilang kaibigan lamang is the message of Maria to Jose. Uy, wag niyo namang pagtawanan si Jose. Are we still okay? Come on, give me another cheer and say you're okay. All right, great. That's great. Next element is the channel. The message sent by the speaker will travel through a channel. This channel is the medium or the way where the message passes through. Channels can be face-to-face interaction, conversation through cell phones, the television, the radio, billboards are channels of communication. Example, when Maria tells Jose that she only loves him as a friend, happened in a face-to-face conversation. The face-to-face interaction serves as the channel of their conversation. All right? Then we have the listener or the receiver, the recipient of the message, one who receives the message. Example, Jose hears what Maria says. Jose receives the message sent by Maria. Then Jose is the recipient of the message. Okay? Next element is the decoding. Another element of communication, which means the process of interpreting the encoded message of the speaker by the receiver. In other words, the receiver or the listener is the one who decodes the message conveyed by the speaker. Example, when Jose hears what Maria says, that she only loves him as a friend, Jose tries to analyze what Maria means based on the content of their relationship. And he is heartbroken. That process of analyzing the meaning of the message is decoding. Next element is the feedback. Feedback is an important element of communication process, for these are the reactions, the responses, or information provided by the receiver. Example, Jose cries when he heard and understood the message of Maria that she only loves him as a friend. The crying of Jose is the feedback. Feedback is an important element of communication process because this will help the speaker or the sender in assessing himself or herself if he or she is understood. we must remember that communication process happens everywhere. Communication happens in different environment and we call it as context. Context is another element of communication, which means the environment where communication takes place. Again, context is another element of communication, which means the environment where communication happens. Also, we cannot deny the fact that along the communication process, there are factors that distract the flow of communication, and we call them as noise or barriers. What are barriers? These are the factors that affect the flow of communication. Again, the elements of communication that hinder the process are what we call the barriers or noise. All right, there you have it. Akong pinalanggang mga estudyante, the nature, elements, and process of communication. Before I'll give my recap, shout out di ay ko oy sa akong pinakagwapa o pinakagwapong grade 11 students of Francisco L. Adlaon High School, just like their teacher. Bitaw, joke lang. Now, who can give me the recap about the nature and elements of communication? Let's try to check if you pay attention. Wow, I can sense that everybody is raising his or her hands. A round of applause. Grabe. Attentive kaayo akong mga estudyante, oy. Now, to recap, the nature of communication. First, it is a process. Second, it occurs between two or more people. And third, it can be expressed in words or verbal, or in actions, non-verbal. The elements, first we have the sender or the speaker. Then we have the encoding, the message, channel, the receiver, decoding, the feedback, the context, and the noise or barriers. Yahoo! Stretch naman dyan, be!
Zile zile, zile zile yo lerkyal. Mile mile, mile mile pe mai.
Okay na. So this time, let us try to check if you listen attentively my discussion. If you pay attention. First task, give at least 3 examples of communication that you have experienced in your daily life. Again, give at least 3 examples of communication that you have experienced in your daily life. Example, I'll give you an example. I experienced the process of communication when I called my teacher using my cell phone, asking him or her about the module. Na-G na ba, people? Okay, because you are clapping your hands, meaning to say, gets na gets. Second task. How can your knowledge about communication help you as a student and as a future professional? Again, your second task. How can your knowledge about communication help you as a student and as a future professional? Okay? So answer these tests in your learning activity sheets. But before I end my session, may I request everyone to stand? Come on, stand up please, get up, and put your right hand on your chest. Again, put your right hand on your chest and repeat after me. Communication must be hot. H-O-T. Again, communication must be hot. H-O-T. H, honest. O, open. T, two-way communication. All right, very good. Till next time, my super duper guapang senior high school babies. This is Teacher Michelle sending you with my sweet flying kiss. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay happy. This is Teacher Michelle signing off.